Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Another day, another console getting absolutely cooked up on social media. Now, right now, we're kind of seeing some pretty big viral posts going on over here on Twitter and other various social medias. They're kind of doing that big old token. The PlayStation 5 kind of gripped it and shipped it, gave us kind of a mediocre console, never even gave us any games. Now, we've kind of had a lot of discourse over this, obviously, throughout the years of PlayStation games, where are the exclusives, what's everything going on throughout this year, Xbox, where's the good, and a lot of people have been overall somewhat disappointed on this current year console cycle. But once again, we're now just seeing people on top of this. These are more of the general, normal people that are not really entwined to the IGNs or YouTube videos or whatever it might be of gaming, watching Twitch streams. And a lot of them kind of think that the PlayStation 5 has been absolutely good. They think they got scammed. They think they got ripped off. And I want to hear your thoughts on everything down below. We're also live up on Twitch. Follow the Twitter. Subscribe if you guys are new, and let's go talk about this. So as of right this second, I've been seeing this tweet floating around in my For You page nonstop, and I've always kind of seen the occasional sentiment where it's PS5 really sold us the system and ain't make no games for it. LMAO. That's crazy. And when people are dropping literally, we got I'm about 520 in Madden, I need something else. And people are like, bro, where are my games? What's going on? Now, we kind of already knew that the PlayStation 5 was going to be a little bit dry this year. We kind of knew, at the end of the day, they even came out with announcements. We do have some bigger games coming, though, soon as well. We have Stellar Blade in literally just a few days, Helldiver, which has been fantastic in all honesty. That has been a buttload of content. And of course, if you like FPS games, this kind of fit the peak. And of course, there's been a lot of other various big games as of the not so long ago time. Spider-Man 2 has been out, it's been great, and we still have also had some pretty big banger games. Last of Us remake, although people can complain about remakes. God of War, people can complain about sequels. Spider-Man, same thing, sequels. But at the end of the day, I do kind of feel like we've had a pretty good list of games. Now, as well, not to kind of dog on Xbox too much, but I do think the PlayStation actually has sold a lot more than Xbox has. Although Xbox themselves have at least tried a new Halo. We made a video on that before if you just want to check it on out. They have other things in the works like Hellblade Sauna. They've made a Forza, which was pretty okay. They've done some stuff. They've been cooking. They've been making some stuff. And I just want to kind of know your thoughts on this because it has been a big issue. Because this is a viral tweet. This, as of right now, has 3.6 million views and it's still cooking. It's still people are still looking at it, find it. I would not be that surprised if we see this at 10 million views in the near future. But this is kind of what I said. This is the normal folk vibe. It's not like the people that are watching Twitch streams or watching YouTubes a lot. This is just some random guy out here just tweeting random tweets, and people are kind of in the generality are kind of yeah, I agree. Now, there is some folks out there that are hey, if you got other games out there, you go and kind of expand out your horizons besides just the Call of Duties and Maddens, they got some good stuff. Like I even said, literally in the next few days, there is also Stellar Blade. Don't forget about Final Fantasy, which was also a phenomenal game. I really need to beat that. The fact that I'm not being that makes me almost disappointed in myself. And we've also had a lot of good AAA games and AA games from other various developers that maybe isn't a part of these individual PlayStation or Xbox 5, but they're still out there. But we're seeing some people that are yeah, man, you've been tweaking. The PS5 has been eaten this year. And then also some people are saying yeah, man, no gamers for real, man. Plenty to eat off of 4 years in. Kind of calling them out and kind of responding bad to them. And I do want to say I kind of agree. Now, this may not be the most one-to-one of the best gaming years ever, but there's been games that have been holding my attention, and there's always been a little bit of options. And it's kind of the going to the fridge syndrome, where you can go to the fridge and you check it 5 different times, but at some point I will find something to munch on, to snack on, and eat. While sometimes you could got basically just ketchup and mayonnaise in there, and you're trying to go make yourself a hope and dream sandwich. There's the vibes going on in this one. But we've also, if you kind of look at the big games over here for PS5, don't mind the misspelling, but basically we got Ratchet and Clank. That was a fun game. Last of Us Part 2 and all those remastered remakes. Overdone, but they're there. Helldiver's fantastic. You got the Dead Space remake. Wasn't the bestest, but it was out there. Resident Evil. Final Fantasy, this is more of a PS5 pure game. And that was pretty good. God of War Ragnarok. These all were phenomenal games if you're into the series. Deathloop was okay. It was there. Horizon, if you like it, it was okay. I didn't love it, but a lot of RPGs. I can understand if you're not a big RPG guy, but that's why we have things like Helldivers. That was a fun FPS game. I enjoyed it. We have all the third-party games, for the Mortal Kombats or the Tekkens or Street Fighters, which are still around there. They're not only Xbox and only PlayStation, but they're out there. They're there. Gran Turismo for the racing folks. We still have the GTAs and the 2Ks and the Madden still floating around. So, I understand that it maybe hasn't been the craziest year. But I feel like we've had options. The PS5 as an overall console has had options. Do I want more? Yes. Do I expect more? I'll also be honest, yes, because at the end of the day, like if I'm spending $500 for an exclusive console, I do want to get more. But the console still has not been fully over. They have taken a few risks, like it could be worse, and I'm not like 100% against all this type of stuff. But once again, some people are, some people aren't. It's kind of like this is why it's kind of a big toss-up. They're like, hey man, free my people from the shackles of 2K and COD and play other games, check out other games. And then also some people are kind of roasting saying only like 2K, Madden, COD players even say this. But also some people are saying like, hey, the console stealth doesn't even have a web browser to like kind of chill, go on like a Reddit or Twitter to even look at these tweets, go on YouTube or whatever. They do have apps built on in. Don't get me wrong. But like that is, some consoles have always had built-in browsers. Just go check some stuff on out. And that's like a big thing where people are like, hey man, we want 3 to 4 months for a new game. It's actually sad as well. Buying a used PS4 Pro is the move. I'll cop a PS5. Like some people are kind of like against it. They're basically being like, we're pretty okay. And that's why I made this video, because these are type of fun videos to know. Because we're kind of in this mid-generation kind of shuffle, like we're right in the middle. And no one fully knows if it's like a good thing or a bad thing. I'm mostly happy with the PS5. Like, I wish there was more. I do kind of expect more, but at the end of the day, I'm not too mad about it. Like, I'm okay with it, you know, I'm okay. Now, they still may go and change, like another 2 or 3 years if we don't see some more bangers or some cool games to look forward to. I'm going to maybe change my mind a little bit, but I think Xbox has even done that well. Or Xbox has a few games on the horizon. I'm kind of hyped up for it. And PlayStation doesn't have any big AAA games, though, which I do think is the big issue. Like, you want to have something to look forward to. Stellar Blade's going to be cool, and I'm sure there's going to be the Wolverine games or Venom games or whatever. Some other leaks, some other announcements throughout the year. But they did go on record saying that 2024 is going to be more of a drier year. So that's maybe why some people kind of go and see this. But people are kind of calling them out. They're like, hey, man, what's the gamer tag? And then people are like, hey, I want to see what games you play. And a lot of people are actually on top of this. Even people saying Xbox is better, big mistakes too as well. People are saying this is they have a whole backlog. Some people are saying everything has been a joke. It's just all over the place. They're saying I have no inclination to buy the PS5 because what the am I supposed to play on there? By the time there's an actual legitimate lineup for games, the PS6 will drop, willing to bet. Not only did they sell it, they taxed us. Worst console generation of all time. Some of the stuff looks worse too. Gave Cyberpunk a try, which in theory was a old generation game. So it's really all over the place. Some people are calling him a surface level gamer, and I'm more aligned towards that. There's a lot of cool gaming options. You just had to expand your horizons and give some games like Final Fantasy a shot, Helldivers a shot. Check out Minecraft, dude. Check out Terraria. Check out some other cool games. Maybe you check out games like Ratchet and Clank, Returnal. And there's probably something out there you can go and find. Now, I'm not going to pretend the PlayStation, the Xbox all around. I do want more games. I expect more games. I expect more options and more reasons for me to own their consoles. But I do want to say, I think at the end of the day, they're doing okay. They could be doing more, but they could be doing worse. So give me your thoughts and comment something down below. If you guys want to swing by the Twitch stream, I'll probably be hanging out and chilling, being comfy. Follow Twitter too as well, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. And all this because a lot of people are just being like, yep, this is cap, or yep, this is cool. So I want to hear your thoughts down below.